The Callisto Protocol, widely regarded as bad. Why am I reviewing it in 2025? Well, because I think they were wrong. I personally play this game on maximum security. For me, it just increases the intensity of the game, which is how horror game is supposed to be played. So you play as Jacob, a pretty big actor. He's been in films like Transformers. Josh something, I forget his second name. And your mission is basically you're transporting these goods on your ship when all of a sudden you're under attack, causing you to crash land. And then you get rudely awakened by these bloody things. You will have learned to hate them, trust me. And then you get dragged into this lovely prison and stamped with your own little barcode, aka your health bar. One thing you will notice with this game, the graphics are absolutely incredible. The atmosphere, the lighting, the sounds, that's one thing this game absolutely thrives at. It is fantastic, honestly. But yeah, you wake up in the prison and things are not what they seem. You've got this infection running riot. These creatures, they're sort of like infected from Last of Us, kind of. But like, although very aggressive, they struggle with sight. So if you stay quiet, you can sort of sneak around them. But for the most part, you're going to be dodging and bashing your way through them for the first part of the game. Until you get a weapon, at least. A lot of people had an issue with this combat system, which don't get me wrong, it can get repetitive, but that's why I say play on maximum security, because if you get hit, it fucking counts, it hurts, trust me. So every single hit they land, and when you're against a couple, it's going to happen, you're going to get caught, and they're going to knock your life bar right the way down. And that's the thing, because resources can be hard to find, especially with ammo and health, it makes you sort of not want to use them. So, well, you're going to go into the next sector short on health, or maybe you're not going to fire your weapons. It's a big risk, but that's what the game wants you to do. It makes you think about what you're using. So yeah, the combat system, you're going to love this early doors. Just like Muhammad Ali and swaying, dodging the attacks and then bashing them up with the extra gore that the game provides. The executions and stuff, and you can use environmental stuff like if you're close to a wall. Very like, I think The Last of Us use that as well as like Uncharted games where you just sort of interact with the wall. Very, very cool. So I did play this game on the easy difficulties when I did the collectible walkthrough after. And it's just not very good, to be honest with you. On the easy difficulties, it's so stale because it's so easy to dodge. Whereas maximum security, that's why you got to play it on this, or at least the one below that, because a missed dodge is gonna hurt you. On easy, you can just steamroll everything. It's so easy to do. The platinum is very easy on this game as well. I will add that. So because the game does a fantastic job of creating this dark, scary atmosphere, especially the sound design. The jump scare's never far away. Walking around the corner, bang.
Whoa, you fucker, that got me. Jesus, he completely tanked my shot. Oh my god, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, sick idea.
The game progresses, you're going to find that these creatures then mutate. So if you don't shoot the tentacles, a bit like Resident Evil, straight away, and they're going to mutate into a bigger, more fierce creature that will then fuck you up. These guys are particularly a problem when there's multiple. You manage to get a few shots off, you see the tentacles fire out what one's already grabbed you, and then all of a sudden you hear that noise and you know it's morphing time. There's multiple enemies in this game. You got these giant snake things that grab you.
What the fuck is that thing? Jeez.
Small little creatures, a bit like the Flood. I suppose that's a good comparison actually. These are kind of like the Flood.
Whoa,
standard creatures, the big bloated ones, the ones that explode, boss fights. There's a few in there. I'd like a few more, but there's plenty in there to go at. Once you get your gun, you can completely dismember enemies. You can take their legs away to make them crawl. You can use this little weapon prompt, so when you do so much damage, it'll tell you that you can do like a significant damage shot. Very similar to the Warhammer game that recently released. If you played that, then you know what I mean. The best weapon by far, though, is the gravity glove. Once you get this, the game's a hell of a lot of fun. You just pick them up, shoot them into spikes. You can pick up explosives. You can pick up these spinning discs in one part of the game where you can just take their heads clean off. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Ammo for this can be hard to find, though, and rightfully so, because once you get it, you'll realise just how powerful this tool can be. Like I say, you can just clear out rooms very, very easily with it. Much like the Dead Space counterpart, to be honest, it's used very similarly. This game is very, very similar to Dead Space. You can tell it's the same creators. The problem this game had was because Dead Space was so good, it was never going to live up to that. Dead Space was a 1 in a million. It's still a good game though. You're going to find yourself shooting, sneaking, using your blaster. The game's going to provide you with different options to get through different areas, and you're going to decide which one you think's best. Quite often it will give you the obvious choice, as if to say, go on, use that, throw him against this, or pull him off here. It's your choice. If you save the resources, then you've got it. If not, then you've got to fight your way through. Like I say, the atmosphere is where this game thrives. You'll be crawling through a tunnel, you'll hear cries, you'll hear scratching, you'll hear the crawling of the creatures. multiple things are going on, especially with a headset on. Play this game with a headset, please. Honestly, the atmosphere and the sound is so good.
Okay.
You sometimes find yourself just looking at the visuals. Like, there's a few moments where I just stopped and thought, wow, this games have come so far. It looks amazing.
Jesus.
But yeah, getting back to the maximum security. When you're in a room and you're outnumbered, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna be running around praying that you can find ammo, praying that you can find that one resource, and then they're gonna grab you and they're gonna execute you. And the executions look fantastic. They're like straight out of Mortal Kombat. They're just so vicious, so gory. They just look great. The dodge mechanic is very easy in a one-on-one. If you throw 2 or 3 in that room when one's also firing stuff at you, that soon changes, trust me. There's this one sequence where you're walking through like this snow area, and they're all frozen solid, and you're walking through and there's just loads there, and you're thinking one of these are going to grab me. I hope all of them don't wake up. And you're not sure the first time, and it's just so intense, it's just so good. And then all of a sudden, bang, jump scare. The story itself I enjoyed. Like I say, the voice act is brilliant, the graphics are brilliant, the atmosphere is great, the sound is awesome. You're going to befriend allies on the way. So you got like, you know, the boys, the lady that plays Kamiko. Her actress is in this. Very, very good actress. They definitely didn't skimp out when it comes to getting the actors and actresses. They've gone all out, and it's very good for it. Like I say, the voice acting is brilliant. The cutscenes are very well done. Like I say, I enjoyed the game. You really are rooting for your characters to survive all of this. Like, you got this entire prison just being affected by these creatures just swarming everything. And against all odds, your guy's just fighting his way through. Very Dead Spacey. The gunplay is very well done. So you got this weapon system, again, very Dead Spacey, where you can upgrade on this like little station. You can download weapon schematics, upgrade the weapons, so forth. Each weapon, when fully upgraded, has like alternative firing abilities, like one can fire explosives, stuff like that. Pretty cool. And like I say, the weapons are fun to use, blowing off legs, blowing off arms, using your shotgun to fire an explosive and just blow something to bits completely. It's very, very fun. It's a shame it wasn't a bit more orientated around the weapons. Like, you can see this game primarily focuses on the melee aspect. Don't get me wrong, you are later in the game, it's you're gonna need them guns, you're gonna need them. But early on, it's primarily melee with a few shots here and there because your ammo's scarce, and it can get a bit tedious. Don't get me wrong, still a good game. The melee aspect though can get a bit boring at times, like it's dodge, especially when you've died in the same sector multiple times. You got to keep getting back through. It's a pain in the arse.
Oh my god, there's
like I say, if you like a challenge, maximum security is the way to go, because it's going to force you to fight through them areas over and over again until you eventually get through. Especially if you're like me, I'm a bit stingy when it comes to ammo. I don't want to use it in case I need it. I'm one of the people that won't use a gun in case I need it, and then all of a sudden I've completed the game and I've still got full ammo. You know what I mean? And that's what this game does brilliantly. If you overuse your ammo, it will punish you, and it will punish you hard because it'll make you fight your way through the next section. Again, it can get tedious because of that, but that's on you. You should have saved your ammo. The game's got a handful of bosses in there. I will admit, other than the last one, I didn't really have any trouble with any of them. I thought they were pretty easy for boss fights. Again, they're quite repetitive fights as well, sadly. They're very, very easy to dodge and to just deal with, especially once you realise the patterns. And that last fight wasn't really because of the difficulty. It was more of a case of I just kept running out of bloody ammo. It's just a bullet sponge, that last boss is, honestly. So I didn't want to go into too much detail in this review because I want you to enjoy the game yourself. And if you're someone that doesn't want to play horror games, like it's not your thing, maybe go over to my channel and actually check it out on a Let's Play. I've recently put it on there, again, maximum security difficulty, full game. Give it a look, see what you think. But as I said, I didn't want to spoil much, so I'm not going to show all the boss fights. I'm not going to show too much of the game. Because if I do that, then I ruin it for you, you know? And then you really don't get the full joy of this game. Personally, I think it's a solid, it's between 7 and 8. I think it's like a 7.7, 7.5, 7.7, somewhere between that area. Could have been better, could have had better combat. But generally, I enjoyed the game. I was finishing work, I was coming in, it was the first game I was loading up, I was just wanting to get it finished, you know, see how the story pans out. I think, like I've said multiple times, because of the atmosphere, the graphics and the sound, they thrive so well. The game is just enjoyable to play. The gunplay is fun. The melee is fun, although repetitive. It can get tedious when you're fighting through the same sections over and over again, as I said. But generally, it is quite fun. It's fun to just bash them around, or some pick them up and shoot them with spikes, you know. So yeah, if you're looking for a game to play, especially like a horror survival sort of game, go and give Callisto Protocol a go. It's worth your time.
Oh no, man!
Don't listen to the reviewers. These reviewers gave the Alien Isolation was at 5, something like that, something low. Alien Isolation is a brilliant game, such a good game, and these same people give COD 9 every year. Behave. I think they recently give Battlefield's multiplayer a 5 actually, whilst giving CODs a 9. I'm sure that's actually a thing I've seen on a few of these review pages. So yeah, I think I'm going to give it
get
about a
to that.
7.7. So yeah, although it's not Dead Space, this game currently is free. Go and give it a try. It's a good game. It's going to fill a hole if you're looking for something to play. It's got a good story, compelling atmosphere, great lighting, great visuals, great graphics, good gunplay, good gameplay. Granted, it can get a little bit repetitive, but it's a free game now. It's an easy platinum if that's your thing as well. Go and give it a try. Ignore the reviewers. If you were still here, it would be awesome if you could hit a like button. I feel like absolute crap, which is probably why you recognise that my voice sounds awful. I just wanted to get this video out. I've been editing and making this for a while now, so I wanted to just get it out there. Unfortunately, my voice isn't up to speed, but it is what it is. Christmas around the corner. If I don't do it now, it's not going to get out. Yeah, so if you could smash a like or even hit that subscribe button, that would be absolutely awesome. Take care of yourselves. Have a good Christmas and goodbye.